I've seen some really dumb videos out there about replacing the rear wheel bearings on a Kawasaki Mule. This is a 2014. I'm not going to go through the whole look at my intro and look at me, listen to me talk about myself. This is what it's going to be. It's going to be plain and simple. I have that attached to the top of the shop and around the frame right there. Just as an extra measure, I have that floor jack up under there. As extra support, I have a floor jack there and a floor jack there, which these aren't even holding anything up right now. Neither one. So what you want to take loose is these two bolts holding your leaf spring. And on the side you're working on, you want to take those two off also. They slide in and out like this. You take one nut off on this side, and the other nut comes off of this side, and then this is attached. Of course, you have to remove your brake line, 10mm. You have to undo the shock on the side that you are working on, period. That's how you get this axle to drop down enough for this to slide out of there. Now what binds you, the reason why you have to drop one end down and the other and get it to slide over the direction of the axle that you're working on, is because this yoke right here is behind in here, in that hole right there. You have to pull the axle over enough to where that right there falls out of that. And once it falls out, this will go down, and then you just take a board and bang on the other end. This spindle is out of that hole right there. So you'll take a board and tap on the end of that. Inside there are your bearings. But I've seen some really stupid videos where people are taking the bed off and tying up the rear end and things like that. If you don't have 3 floor jacks, just get a bottle jack on each side, or even that will hold it up just fine. But the goal of this whole thing is to get this side dropped as far as it will drop to where you can separate your axle from this yoke right here. Now this, if I can pull this right out. This pops right out. This is a 2-piece system. That's the problem. It's so poorly designed. But take that loose, your shock on that side, let it drop down, and I had to have a little influence, I just stuck a bar in there and slid that over, and you see it'll slide over after you release everything. It'll slide over just enough to where that spline will fall out of there. People are making this too difficult. This job shouldn't take more than 2 hours at most. If you can suspend it, great. Take some of the pressure off your roof by putting this floor jack underneath it. And jack stands if you don't have 2 jacks. Hell, if you have to borrow jacks, make it easier on yourself. But do not do it the way a bunch of those YouTubers out there are. They're cutting these in half in order to get it off. And that's the dumbest thing in the world. So leave that alone. Undo 4 bolts. 2 there, 2 there. Your shock, drop it down and give it a little extra influence to slide over. That's it. Then you can work on your bearings.